Hi, good morning everybody. How are you today? How was your weekend? I hope you're well. I hope you are planning for your week because it really does make a difference. A couple of things over the weekend. I was able to chew a little better, so I've kind of incorporated different things back in. Yay. And hey, look at this. If you go to Rite Aid, no, not Rite Aid, Walgreens, or even the grocery store, Ralph's, sometimes they have these things hanging where you get like 2 for $10 or something like that. A tunic. I just had to get it because it goes really well with my Lularoe leggings. And I love them. So, this morning, I have a really super bad canker sore that I got last night. I don't know why, I don't know how. I've done the salt, I've done some kind of mouth, sore on your mouth thing, whatever. Then this morning, I decided to do something different. Instead of hot tea, I made hot cocoa, and it burned my tongue. And oddly enough, I don't feel the canker sore. So I know that's not really a proper way to heal a canker sore, but oddly enough, I'm feeling the burn versus the pain. So if you have an idea of how to get rid of canker sores, please tell me, because I don't like them, but they've been happening a lot lately, and I'm not sure if it's, I don't know why. I don't know why. New body change. I don't know why. So today, I'm going to show you what I have going for just my work day again. And it's super crazy, so I have a feeling something's going to be adjusted, but let me tell you what my day is. And this isn't dinner or my evening snack, so something's definitely changing. So for right now, I have 876 calories. What? That's like normally my whole day, but that's just for breakfast, snack, lunch, and snack so far. Crazy, right? And my proteins are at 65, my carbs are at 63, and my fats are at 48. Truly, that's like a whole day. So I think I know the culprit. I think it's my lunch. So when I get there, I'll explain why. Here we go. Okay, so for those of you who know, for me, I need 6 8-ounce glasses of liquid in a day. And it's hard to get in. It's hard to get in for all of us. So what I do is I have 8 ounces of G2 first thing when I wake up in the morning. It's kind of like that thing that's breaking the fast for me. And so I have this, 8 ounces of this, and that's what I add my probiotic into, because I still can't swallow big pills. And look at that. That's like a tablespoon. That's as big as my top part of my thumb. Wow, I can't talk today. So too big for me, but this brand, on the box and in the directions when I read it, allows you to open up the capsule and put it in something. So that's what I do. I do that every morning. And I do that because it helps me and my tummy. I have low acid in my stomach, and this helps move things around and through like it should. This with apple cider vinegar 2, maybe 3 times a week. That's what I do. Then this morning, instead of hot tea, I wanted something different. I woke up, I was cold. Hello, is that a new thing for you? Are you like totally cold when you didn't used to be? I'm really cold now. I've always been cold, but now I'm really cold. So today, I wanted something different, so I have some hot cocoa. And the reason why I choose the diet one isn't because of the calories, but it's because of the sugars. There's only 2 sugars in here. And the other one that said low sugar, or I forget what it's even called, but it isn't diet. It's like reduced or something. And it had like a ginormous amount of sugar. So I do this one, and I pretty much made it the same way. Oh, and I added Gene Pro to this. And I pretty much, I forgot, I added my Gene Pro to it. And I pretty much made this cocoa the same way I make my hot tea, with this amazing milk frother that is like my very best favorite friend. And I made the Gene Pro first in room temperature water, blitzed it up, then I then added the hot cocoa to that same amount of water, blitzed that up, then I added the hot water to it, and it's amazing. Love it. Okay, so snack, morning snack is kind of a normal thing that I've had before, and it is my cottage cheese that accidentally has pineapple in it, and I actually think I like it, but I get the 2% just because I like it. I like this and the 4%, but I like it. But I didn't realize it had pineapple in it until I opened it up. But I'm going to have 2 ounces of cottage cheese, and then my Walmart find 10 grams of cashews. And I'll break these up so that they're smaller in the cottage cheese. So obviously I have enough protein today. I will not need to add any Gene Pro to that, so I won't. Lunch. I have a feeling this is my culprit to the calories today being so high, because I made a chicken salad with 1 ounce of canned chicken. Can you see that? 1 ounce of canned chicken, 1 whole large hard-boiled egg. Then I added a half a tablespoon of chia seeds. But I think my culprit is because I did 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise. I couldn't remember how many I used before. And the 2 made it way too wet, and that's why I added the chia seeds, so then it kind of thickened it up. And I did my normal 1 tablespoon of the sweet relish in there. But I think it's just the meat and the eggs and the mayo that made this so crazy high. Like this meal alone, normally my meals are 200 or less. And this is like 340 or something crazy. And because I'm doing the egg salad, I like the little onions. So this is 10 grams of this French onion or fried onion things. I like the flavor. And then thanks to Haley, these amazing little itty bitty tiny crackers. Look at these. They're totally are bite size. Totally. Look at that. It's the top of my thumb. So that's like a total bite. I'll put some of that with a little bit of this on top after I've crunched that kind of on top. So we'll see. I probably will only eat half of that because that looks like a lot. It looks like a lot. So it'll probably only be half of that. So that's going to change my calories for today. Then over here for my afternoon snack, I also am trying something new again, me and my newness, but I have still, this was some of the turkey that I made with the caramelized onions, so I have 2 ounces of that, 10 grams of my cheddar cheese, and then I love these little multi-grain tortillas, so I'll use those, but I only use 10 grams, which is like 3 chips, and I break them up. This is my bite. I can get it up there. That's a bite. That's what I'll use, a bite on my spoon, and then push that on the top. That's a bite. I kind of wanted something a little, oh, and then I'm having some salsa, about a tablespoon of this paste. I wanted something a little sweet, so I found these dried strawberries, freeze-dried, whatever, at the Dollar Tree. And I normally don't go for anything processed, dried, anything like that. But I looked over here on the back, and there's only 2 grams of sugar. I mean, that's like, what? The strawberries themselves, I thought, would have had more sugar. 2 grams of sugar. The only thing is this whole bag weighs 20 grams and it's a lot. This is only half. This is a half of the bag. So I'm gonna try strawberries today. We'll see what happens. They also had peaches, which I haven't tried yet. So we'll see what happens with that. And then, so for the rest of my liquids for the day, I'm gonna finish my cocoa. Then I made, this one is my Arizona tea, so I'll have those between breakfast and snack, and then between lunch and snack is when I'll have that. And then here is my water, and instead of plain water, today I use that mango sugar-free syrup, and I gave it a little flavor. So I'll have half of that on my way to work, and the other half on my way home from work. And to me, I figure if I have any more calories in the rest of, or any more water in the rest of the day, woohoo, then I have extra. But for me, that's how it is today. That is my whole day going into work. And I cannot remember for the life of me the company that I bought this pasta from, as well as some bread. And it came with I did like a sample. I was really wanting the bread, and it was too much with shipping and whatever. So you got this sample kit of a brownie, a lemon bar, a cupcake, or a muffin, something else, the bread, and this whole bag of pasta. And they're really low carb, I think no sugar, and I can't remember the name of the company. So when I remember the name of the company, I'll post it. I'll show you what it was. And found this classic Alfredo sauce. And again, the reason why I'm going to try it is because it is less than 1 gram of sugar. And the serving is 1/4 of a cup. And I'm telling you, that's totally enough for me. So that's what we're going to do. Thanks, Angie. This was totally my find at Walgreens. Walgreens on the end of the rack when they have those crazy sales, like 2 for $12 or $10, whatever it was. Or you can get 1 for like 15. So I got 2 of them. And it's just fun and light and easy. And for my busy day, that's what I'm doing. So this is going to be supper with that pasta that I can't remember what it's called. And probably, and my favorite little salad mix. So I'll do a little bit of salad with poppy seed or maybe oil and vinegar. Maybe oil and vinegar as a dressing. But that's my day. That's how it's going to go. Mondays are my busy day. Clock says I got to go. So I'm praying for you. I'm praying for you. I'm praying for you. Because I know several of you haven't had your surgery yet. And I know several of you just had your surgery. And then I know also several of you have had your surgery either at the same time as me or before me. And it's been 9 months for me now. And it's all about planning. It really is all about planning and tracking. I know. Believe me, I know. I hated that about any and all food plans, diets, you name it, whatever I've been on before. I hated that part. I really did. But what I have found, even though we have the freedom to eat really whatever we want, that doesn't mean we really should, right? That doesn't mean, just because you can doesn't mean you should. And for me, planning and preparing and weighing things out and having those little cups and stuff is like a boundary. And it's just safety for me. It's safe. It's a boundary. I then don't have to confuse my head hunger or fullness with my tummy hunger or fullness. I know I have this parameter to kind of go for. And if I want more, then I have something healthy, that I add in there. If I don't eat it all, I do not care. I do not care. I almost every day throw away the last 1 to 3 bites. I just do. Because I don't like that uncomfortable feeling and I don't like the pain. So that's just what I do. And my portions are still really small. I had mine a long time ago and have flubbed up. Aww. Well, Angie, you're on my heart. You really are. And I will be praying for you to just start with one thing that you feel that you can do and that you know you'll be successful at. And maybe that's tracking your water. Track your water today. Make sure you have at least 6 8-ounce glasses. They say you need to have 8. My body doesn't like 8. I get leg cramps. So I have 6 or 7. Kind of depends. Maybe it's going back to weighing and measuring things and making sure that you're having enough protein. But that's so important for us in our new tummies and our body. Make sure you have enough protein. And you don't have to get protein from meat. There are so many ways to get protein. You can get them from beans. You can get them from vegetables. You can get them from protein mixes, of course, and drinks and shakes. There's different fruits that even have protein. So you can get protein in so many different ways that it doesn't have to just be meat. So I'm praying for you. I'm praying that today will be a first day of this works, and I'm going to keep doing it. So y'all have a great day. I love ya, and I'm praying for ya, and I'll see you later. Bye.